to DC VegFest. DC VegFest 2014. My first DC VegFest. I've never been to any one of them, but I hear they're super fun. Last year, Rich Roll was there giving his talk, and this year we have Neal Barnard, which is such an amazing doctor, such a great speaker as well, and Robert Cheeke. I don't know if Robert Cheeke is doing any speaking or anything like that, but he's gonna be there, so I look forward to meeting him. I've read his book, Vegan Bodybuilding and Fitness, maybe a year ago or more than a year ago or so, and such a great book, such an inspiring guy, not only in the bodybuilding world, but also the vegan world as well, because he's so compassionate about animals, he's into healthy eating, and cares about the environment. Such a great guy all around, so can't wait to meet him. Can't wait to meet more people. It's going to be an exciting event. I'm on my way down to meet some vegan college kids that I know from my university, and we're all just going to hop on the metro station. Anyway, I'll take some footage for you guys. Hopefully I'll get some video of the lectures. Hopefully do some interviews with Neal Barnard or Robert Cheeke. That would be really cool. So yeah, it should be a good time, and I hope to see some of you guys there. In line for like an hour. Got some free stuff. Time to get festive. I definitely want to get some pizza.
I feel like I can get pizza anytime.
Not vegan pizza.
Well, they're in Columbia Heights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The race was in Arizona, in a beautiful place where two professional baseball teams have their spring training camp. It was a 1-mile loop. We ran it for 6 days and 6 nights. I'm serious. The way I run, it didn't matter where I was. It didn't matter that it was a 1-mile loop, because the way I run, the way I run, I use gravity to propel me forward, so my core is, I run from my core, and it's as strong and as straight as one of these poles, and then I lean from my ankles. And I know you've heard about the Kenyans who win, mostly New York and Boston, and also the Ethiopians. Most of those guys run that way. They use gravity to propel them forward. So once you do that, everything else is relaxed and the blood can flow without any impediments at all. So I'm able to run endlessly. I ran 6 days and 6 nights without a break. I slept a total of 40 minutes for the entire 6 days. Afterwards, I always check with my doctors before, I check with my doctors after to make sure, because after all, I'm 73. You know what I mean?
Organic, just like more stuff you do.
I'm on the Whole Foods journey. Who was that lady that said come by?
Guys, so these are some of my friends from my university, Anthony and Josh. It's so hard to be vegan, like look at all this place.
Honestly, when someone tells me that, you know, there's not a lot of options for vegans, I wish I could just bring them here and show them every single day.
Exactly. There's so many vendors, ethical products out there, and so much vegan food. Real quick, what is your favorite thing about being vegan?
My favorite thing about being vegan, I guess, is just actually being aware of how connected we all are. You know, one of the things at first that's thrown out a lot. I think it's really true. You really realize that we're all just sharing this earth together and owe it to each other to be kind.
Yeah, the great alternatives. There's alternatives for everything. I think for everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's super easy, especially now in 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many products. All right, good deal, guys. Thanks.
What we do is to make sure we know that the demand is there. If the restaurant and the company is here to you that they understand the demand is there and you have to
And there's kind of some of that. I will say.
So Anthony and I are carving up here. We got a sesame beef. It's not really beef, come on now. We got sesame beef, we got rice, broccoli.
Where'd you get that from?
Vegetable Garden, they have it.
Where is that?
It's down that way. It's so good. Yeah. No worries. There you go. And I'm about to hit up vegan sushi. So we're gonna carve up here and get back at it.
They hardly ever mention it. A dietitian, she called herself, came into my room at one point and she said, "Did any of the doctors talk to you about what you should do when you go home?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Oh, they're probably going to suggest a low-fiber diet for you." And I said, "Okay, what's that?"
You know, for some folks, they think it's going to be tough. I gotta say, it's really easy. And the way to make it easy is I break it into 2 steps. Step 1 is take a week or so, before you change your diet, take a week or so to check out the possibilities. What I mean by that is figure out what has no animal products that you actually want to eat. And I'll even take a piece of paper. I'll write breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. And I'll say to the person who's going to change it, take this piece of paper home, try different things, and if you like them, fill them in. So the person says, "I haven't had oatmeal in about 20 years, let me try that. Cinnamon and raisins is pretty good." They start filling out the breakfast items. Then they start filling out lunch items and dinner items. Oh, sorry. And pretty soon their list is full. So once they know what the possibilities are, then give it about 3 weeks, all vegan all the time, 21 days. At the end of that period of time, their life will change. You feel better physically, taste are changing, you got success on the way.
Right now, a kid goes into school, and his well-meaning parents say, "I really wish there was something vegan there." But you know what? There isn't. And that child's going to have cow's milk on his tray, even if that child is lactose intolerant, and says, "I'm going to spend the afternoon in the bathroom." I'm sorry, that's what we have here. That kid's going to have meat, and sometimes it's even the worst meats. It's the processed meats that we know clearly are linked not just to heart disease and to diabetes, but to things like colorectal cancer. And that's, in a school that wouldn't allow cigarettes within 500 yards, is feeding the foods that are going to cause cancer too. That's got to change. But you know what? If you were on Capitol Hill and you sit down with a member of Congress and say, "Can't we clean this up?" the member of Congress will say, "You're right. If kids ate in a healthier way, if we had vegetables and fruits and whole grains and beans and we threw out the meat, our kids would be healthier." By the time they get back to their office, there's a call from Omaha, or there may be a call from Atlanta about Coca-Cola, or that the lobbies way in. Members of Congress are afraid because they think they're going to get voted out of office. Well, here's what I'm going to say. There are big food industries out there. They've got a lot of money. But you know what? There are more concerned parents and more concerned doctors and more concerned nurses and more concerned people in life who want kids to be healthy. Our biggest problem is that we are quiet. We keep our mouths shut. We should be up and say, "I'm voting for you, and I want..." Doctors right now don't learn much about nutrition. There was a bill in Congress called the Enrich Act, as in enriching education, and members of Congress are right now deciding whether it's worth teaching doctors about food. I'm not making this up. They are waiting for your call. There is a bill in Congress called Education and Training for Health, Eat for Health. And it would make every federally employed physician, like at the VA hospital, have to have 6 hours of continuing education every year on nutrition. And here are members of Congress thinking, should they or shouldn't they? They're on the fence. They need to hear from you. But keep in mind that the people who need this message the most are not here. There are 12-year-old kids and 72-year-old grandparents who never really learned about the power of food for health, let alone the power of food to help the environment, to make the world a safer place for animals, to make the world better all in all. You're empowered. You've got the strength. Let's make some noise. Spread it around. Very much.
Thank you so much. He's so amazing. So amazing. Dr. Barnard will be signing copies of his book at the PCRM tent right up there shortly, so you go up and...
So we're just leaving DC VegFest. What'd you think, Anthony?
I thought it was amazing. I mean, Dr. Neal Barnard was there, and that was my first time seeing him speak in person. That was definitely one of the highlights of my day.
Yeah.
Also stopped by Herbivore Clothing, got some free, got some swag, and it's a good day.
Yeah, Dr. Barnard, man, like what an awesome speaker. I actually recorded the whole lecture. I'm going to put it up on Symposium Films.
You should definitely take a look. It was a really eye-opening talk, and I mean, he talked about how a lot of the people who are there to hear his message, that's not all we need. We need everyone to hear it and everyone to start going towards a plant-based diet.
Definitely, man. Dude, the festival was so good. And, like, what'd you think of that food?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we had the best food there. We met Robert Cheeke. Actually, surprisingly, like 4 other people recognized me from YouTube, so that was pretty cool. So a lot of fun. Highly recommend checking out DC VegFest.
Definitely.
Real quick, what is you have a Tumblr, right?
Oh,
Twitter and stuff. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. Yeah. All my handles are falafel for life because I've loved falafel. It was actually one of the first foods I discovered when I went vegan.
Falafels are good, dude.
Yeah, and I'm mostly high carb vegan, so I post a lot of food and sometimes recipes up on my Instagram channel, and my Tumblr's really animal rights centered, so if you like that stuff, you should definitely check it out.
Good deal, man. But yeah, DC VegFest, highly recommended. Check out Falafel for Life.
Yeah.
Right? Cool, good deal.
Awesome.
Check out Anthony's stuff. Check out DC VegFest. We'll see you guys soon. Subscribe.